So, how was your week, man?
Miss E, how was your week, Miss E?
Slow, really slow. But I did get some rest.
Okay, good. So you got rest, work.
I did.
Rough week.
Yeah, it was rough. I had a funeral service to attend. One of my good friends lost her father.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, thank you.
Condolences.
Yeah. But we got past that. Things are trying to brighten up. So
Okay.
on to the new. Let's see what this week brings.
True. Just what about yours?
I had a pretty good week this week. I'm a vent for a little bit though.
Okay.
I need to vent for a little bit.
Talk to
So last
me.
night I ended up patronizing one of these Atlanta establishments. Black.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys are with me.
Right.
So
yeah.
so let's look. So last night, before you, not to cut you off, but let's give them the everything of it, the juice.
Just.
So what took place is, I just out of nowhere, I wanted to get together and just, us kick it, get away from the radio station, get away from everybody's business, and just, we go out and we kick it. Plus I've been in the house. So I hit them up and I said, yo, Just Miss E, let's just get out the house, right? Just say, hey, let's go over here to, you can take it.
Yeah, the spot was B51.
Okay, B51.
Anybody familiar? We're based in Atlanta.
Should be B50 not.
I know, right? So we based in Atlanta. We went to B51 last night. It used to be the old Wet Willie's. I go there. I believe it's owned by a former NFL player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know his name. I did a little bit of research on it because what I think we need to do. We need to support black businesses.
Oh, for
support
sure.
Small
For sure.
businesses,
For sure.
black or not. But I'm big on supporting small business. So we go there last night. I get 2 drinks. I'm a Long Island iced tea kind of person. And when she brings me my bill, the bill was $38.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
like $40. I'm not
So
understanding.
$40 for 2 drinks. So when I look at the bill, I'm like, Miss, what's going on? Why my bill is so much? She's like, oh well, I said I didn't tell you top shelf on my Long Island iced teas.
Right.
She's telling me, well, the way we do it here is everybody gets top shelf unless you ask for a well drink. I said that makes no sense. I've never heard that before. Never heard that. So I just think, if you're going to be small business, you got to get it together. Because that's the problem with black business. People don't like to support black business because we don't do our part.
Right.
That's true.
And I want to just say this part that I believe it's a nice establishment, free to get in, which is a plus. At this day and age, nobody's swimming in money.
Right.
Free to get in, nice atmosphere, but y'all got to do better.
Yeah. Yeah, because one of my problems with it was the service was really, really slow. Now, waiting on food is one thing, and I understand me waiting on a plate would probably take longer than me actually waiting on a drink, especially when I can see the bar from where I'm sitting, and I do see that there's one bartender. That's fine because a lot of establishments may, on a particular night, have one bartender. But the thing about it is that one bartender can't be socializing with customers that have either already received their drink or are waiting on a drink. Yeah. You're supposed to be able, you can either multitask or just stay on your job, so that way you can get these drinks out, because not only are you fixing drinks for the people that are sitting at the bar, you're also fixing drinks for the customers that are sitting out and about.
Right.
And I think I waited. I got up and I went to the bar, thought it would be quicker. That was 10 minutes. I got frustrated. I left, especially when I see her just talking to the 2 guys. I come back to my seat and I said, well, wait, why am I going to the bar? Is the whole waitress coming here? And she comes and I wait dang near 20 minutes on 2 drinks that didn't even have to be mixed. I mean, this is just straight out of the bottle, no ice, no chaser, no nothing, just in the cup into me.
Pour me up and let me get on about my night.
Exactly. So I couldn't understand, like, okay, what is the problem? Then I think, Qua, you ordered food, and look how long that took.
Yeah. I ordered a burger and some fries. This was supposed to be my cheat day for my workout throughout the week, and I ended up getting, the burger was damn good. The burger was nice and warm. It was warm. The fries was terribly cold, It was ridiculous. So it goes to say that none of us enjoyed our night at that specific vendor.
Establishment, yeah.
Right. I for one will tell you that just do not like to pay much for drinks. It's ridiculous. I understand. Look, anytime but you know what? The first time.
But realistically, though, I don't mind paying.
No, you don't mind
wanna
paying.
Be overcharged, bro.
Yeah,
right.
No,
two drinks for $40.
Right, but my thing is, when it comes to Top Shelf,
$40.
every establishment, from in the hood to, you know.
But who's to say it's even top shelf if you don't tell me?
Right.
Well, that's what exactly.
Like, how do you know?
And that's when I know. Like if I get 2 Long Islands, then I want them. I want them well. I don't want them top shelf.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's the whole point of me getting 2. If I get two top shelf and they're fixed correctly, then I'm gonna do about 1.5, and I'm where I need to be.
Exactly.
You know.
I can't talk drinks because I'm a lightweight, but I can feel the pain of having to buy a damn drink that's way too expensive.
Right.
But look, this is what we're gonna do, right? So, you know, this show is about giving back, and right now I'm gonna let y'all know. I don't know if y'all remember Kin for Life when they came through.
Shout out to Kin for Life.
Yeah, what was that, like December?
Yeah, I missed them.
December, yeah, and dope female group, hip hop group, right? But the crazy thing about it is, they came with an R&B artist named Butterfly Fills. We call her Butterfly Fleazy.
We call her Butterfleazy.
Yes, Butterfleazy. And when I tell you, Shorty got like she sent me this fire track that she put out, and it ain't even been dropped yet. When I tell y'all the song is dope, it's dope. All right, so we're gonna run it. We're gonna run Butterfleazy real quick. All right, it's called Go Down. Track is dope. So we're gonna get into that. Hopefully everybody can hear it. If you can't hear it on Instagram, I would love for you guys to just go to the YouTube page and subscribe. Check it out. You go hear everything.
Yeah, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe.
Definitely subscribe, all right? And if y'all want, y'all can call in. Y'all know the number 470-412-0917 if you want to holler at the team
and
over here.
Let them know
DLE.
how to get to on YouTube.
All right, now if you want to go to YouTube and check us out, just go to the Instagram page, or you can go to the Facebook page, DLE. Look, D.L.E Radio, and the links are all there. All right, you go to the link, and you can find us all over the place. All right. So look, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go listen to this Go Down from Butterfly Fills, and we're gonna come back. And we're gonna talk about this Floyd Mayweather. We also gonna talk about Gayle King.
Gotta
right?
talk about Gayle King.
We gotta talk about
Yeah,
it.
we definitely gotta talk about Gayle.
Yeah. So
Gayle is foul.
let's go do what we do.
You think
We're
so?
gonna come back.
So.
Shout out to Jackie.
That's why
Shout
we
out
talk
to
about
shout
it,
out to
man.
Will. Jamal, what up? Raj, what up? Yeah, we be
We'll
back.
be right back.
We back. Music break. We'll be right back.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's quite a one big deal.
It's your boy OG Just.
And it's Miss E, baby.
And it's us this week.
It's DLE.
Yo, that was Butterfly
Hey, Pollard.
Fills. Go down. When I tell you the joint, I haven't been able to stop playing it. She got
a
enough.
banger right there, man.
When I tell you, and Noah, shout out to Noah. Noah's on that track rapping.
Okay.
From Ken for Life, and I'm sure the production was, man. Listen, the song sound, the quality of the song. I'm talking about the actual song.
Right.
That thing is ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ready. We got it exclusively, so it ain't.
So that's what you lay in the dark and look up in the ceiling and listen to.
Yo, no.
Oh, okay.
No, it do sound like a good song for that though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what they talking about. But what?
He sounded a little excitable.
No,
Did he not
I
sound
am very
excitable?
excitable. The
Okay.
song was
Sound a little warm inside.
Yeah.
a little tingle. You know what I mean? A little tingle.
Got your
But
teddy
this-
bear in there hugging.
But you know what it does though? It puts everybody in the mood. You know, we just had
Right,
Valentine's Day
right.
pass recently.
Right.
Word.
You know?
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Can
Yes.
you say happy belated Valentine's Day?
Happy belated Valentine's Day. How about that?
Yeah. So while we talk about Valentine's and loved ones and stuff like that, let's get into this Mayweather thing, man.
Oh.
So recently, Mayweather was on Noriega's podcast, which is the
Right.
dopest podcast
Shout out
I've
to Drink
known.
Champs, man.
Yeah, called
My
Drink
favorite
Champs.
podcast right now.
True. And basically, he made a comment about how
Right.
T.I. should have never checked him. He should be checking his wife, for being around. Now, what do you guys think about how he stated it? First of all, what he said was, most men want to have a trophy, and if that's it, he should have checked his wife so the trophy would be home and not outside. Here's the thing.
Well, no, he said
Let's get it right.
that most men, they consider their wives to be trophies. So, and if you consider your wife to be a trophy, then you need to leave her at home on the shelf, because that's where trophies belong, on shelves, not out and
See, I
about
tr- I tried to-
all up in
I didn't
somebody's face.
I didn't
Is
wanna
the
make
way
it
he
so-
made that seem. I just gonna put it out there. You know.
That's exactly how he said.
So with that being
Right.
said, Ms. E, how do you feel about that statement being a woman? Being someone's trophy piece, how do you feel about that statement right there?
Well, right now I'm not a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm gonna be a trophy, that's gonna come with a whole lot. But I'm probably not gonna stay on the shelf. I'm probably not gonna stay on the shelf. But with that being said, I'm also probably not. I know my boundaries. I know that I don't need, if I'm with my husband, even if I'm not with my husband, I need not to be all up and through somebody's face in an inappropriate way.
Right.
Because some people get it confused. Whereas you're married, you can't be anywhere else talking to another man. Yes, you can, because I can be talking to that man about anything. And for those bystanders who don't know anything about my business, then I could be talking to my cousin. I could be, talking to it could be anybody. But then there's, like I say, then there's a way that you can be inappropriate when you're laughing and you're giggling and the hand on the back and going down the back real slow, and then laughing and falling in his chest. See, if I'm doing all that, I mean to do it. So
if he's doing
there's
all that, he's doing it on purpose too.
for sure,
You know?
He might have an angle.
But see, there's a thing too,
Right.
where as a man,
Mm-hmm.
you know what this man is, his angle is when it comes to your significant other, right? So if your significant other is sitting there talking to this guy, right? And you're seeing this happen, but he don't know the situation. He don't know you there with this.
How does
again,
it look?
I
Let me
can't-
ask you: what do
You
you
know,
what do you
So
see?
this is what I would see. First of all, her smiling and eye
Kikiing.
gazing and everything like that, like just googly eye. Yeah,
gazing.
we don't do that. Don't all that is
Right.
too much. You know what I mean? I get having you conversing. If it's benefiting you, that's different. But what are we conversing about? You just met this dude. Well, then again, let's. I guess we could keep it at the same standards that they had. They know they're all in the industry, right? So it ain't like me and Floyd don't know each other. It ain't like Floyd and T.I.'s. It wasn't like they know what was going on. They running with the same kind of people, right? So at this point, You're watching this go down. Not watching. You're not even there. But then again, it's so many variables here because T.I. actually was dealing with other females too. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of. I don't want to,
And they were not really. I don't think they were really like together. Even though they were married, I think they were going through their problems at the time.
But you're married still. There's no reason why you should be.
Yeah, but he had slept with 2 whole other women, and all she was doing was a little kikiing at the time.
Yeah. What Mayweather said was right.
Uh-oh.
What Mayweather said was right.
Here we go.
If this is this man's wife,
yeah,
she's his trophy piece, and you got all these kids with her, and you look at her like she's your queen and she's your earth. She should have been in the house.
Whoa.
Point blank.
Hold on. See, no. See, now you going in there with.
Hey, yo, if y'all want to call in 470-412-0917.
Why does she need to be in the house? They're at an event. She can be out if he's out.
The event was Mayweather's 14-year-old daughter's birthday or something to that extent, right?
Well, I got kids too. I might want to take my kids to the party. I'm just saying.
If she knows, and I think what makes it different is that
Mm-hmm,
celebrities, they have to play by different rules than we do.
Definitely. That's why I switched it up.
Would y'all agree with that?
They
Celebrities have to play by different rules. If you and your man are publicly going through a breakup, right? Why would you be anywhere near Floyd Money Mayweather, kikiing all up in his face at his 14-year-old?
What you say his name was again?
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Oh, okay.
Money.
Oh, okay.
TMT, the money team. I'm a big Mayweather fan.
Yeah,
what Mayweather said is right. That's his wife. She shouldn't have been out there all kikiing in his face. She shouldn't have been. She should stay home.
I do agree that she shouldn't have been
trophy,
like she shouldn't have been
shelf,
around.
like what a trophy should have been at.
She should.
14. That's BS.
And he is dead serious.
I gotta go to some.
He is so
I gotta go
serious.
to this 14-year-old.
Oh my God.
No, because
birthday party. Get out of here with that.
You have to choose and pick your war, your fights, your battles.
Yes.
The proper way. If you know you're going through some turmoil in your relationship,
publicly, the whole world knows you're going through it.
You have to fall back from that.
Okay, and I hear that, and I get that. I don't think she needed to stay home. I just think she didn't need to do the extra with him.
It was all planned.
But no one said. Now, it's funny. It's funny how the guys, they felt like, oh, Tiny's wrong. She's wrong. She's wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. She's dead wrong. Did you hear that? He said she's dead wrong.
She's dead wrong.
But when T.I. was laid up with Bernice Burgos and the other young lady from I can't think of her name. And so none of y'all was saying anything. Not a word, not a peep.
It's not a problem with that.
What do you mean it's not a problem? Oh.
It's just
I need all your face right now. What do you mean?
Whether we want to argue about it, we can debate it all day long. There are different standards for men and women. Nobody cared that T.I. was with Bernice Burgos or Burgos, however you say her name. But the whole world cared about.
There's another one too. Just I can't think of a name right now, but there's another addition.
That's why you can't remember a name. Nobody cares when it's on the men's side, but women are held to a higher standard. Women can't conduct themselves like men. That's why there was so much flack, and that's why.
I'm sorry. We gotta stop.
You don't think so?
Stop. What do you mean they can't conduct themselves?
Women cannot do what men do.
So all right. Is
that what you feel?
Can they?
Yes, they can.
I can't agree with that.
Yes, they can, and they probably can do it better. We could do it.
No, I think what he means is.
Yeah, tell me what he means.
Women cannot do what guys do without being looked at in a certain standard.
Yeah, but y'all put that standard up.
No, society puts that standard up.
Yeah.
Men don't necessarily create the standard. Do we?
No, I don't think. No, we don't.
I don't think we create the standard.
But no, you know what we do as men. And I know this because, I got female cousins. I got female friends that deal with different guys like they're men. And what happened is they're looked at as, female dogs.
Hoes. Say hoes. That's what you really want to say.
They looked at it. They're called hoes. And it shouldn't be. Because we're able to go out and do what we want to do.
No, it should be.
Jump into bed and jump out.
What do you mean you should be?
Why you think so?
Men put women up on a pedestal, right? And I believe
I can't be up on too much of a pedestal if you out there slaying it every which way. I can't be too much of your queen if you giving it to everybody else.
That's just the way.
Now who want? But it's dirty now. It's dirty.
That's the way.
So now I might want to go and do a little playing myself, but now I got to be super bad because you put me on this pedestal.
Those are
that I didn't ask to be
that's
on.
just the way the world works. Men and women
So
are
what
different.
about okay?
Women are looked at as pure and sanctified.
Oh,
you know what I'm
Jesus.
saying? Men, I feel like some men are inherently dirty. And I think women understand that. And that's why women are so much more forgiving than men are. Y'all don't think so?
Bro,
I believe, come on now.
I believe.
Let me ask you a question, all right?
Go ahead.
You in a situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your woman cheat on you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you staying or you going?
No, because of who
He's
we are.
stuttering now.
No.
You
I'm
asked
straight
the
up.
question, right?
I'm straight up.
Yes or no
I'm
question.
straight up. Because of who we are, especially because I'm a man, we deal with emotions differently. So the first thing is, forget that. I'm out the door.
So the answer is yes.
Yeah.
But a lot of men
My question
say
to you.
forget that and out the door, and guess what?
My
They
question,
still
You
come
still
back.
end up being
They'll
with them
they'll still come back.
because look, you know what happens? Somewhere down now we didn't put in the fact
Thank you.
that
Thank you, Deke.
we didn't put in the
He's talking
fact
about pimping is a two-way street. Most women just don't know how to
That's
play
true.
the game.
That's true. That's true. But see, the thing is, the way I look at it is, if you're
Mhm.
going to be out there doing your thing, T.I. must know
nobody
that-
cares.
that
They do.
the game that you enter, you have to play that game fully. You can't get mad. You cannot check the pimp. You can't check the dude. You have to check your woman, and that's where T.I. was wrong. I do want to say that, and
Yeah.
T.I. should know better than that.
And the thing about it is, he's probably been that dude at some point in life.
And I don't remember Floyd actually, saying anything slick to T.I. about his wife. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do a Pac move to Big. You know what I'm saying? He kept it quiet. If they even did anything.
Mayweather
we
did.
still
T.I.
don't
dropped
know.
the diss track.
Yeah.
He dropped a diss track.
What did
dissing
Mayweather say?
I don't. As far as
Oh, he
I
just-
know, I think this is Mayweather's first time publicly talking about it. When they talked about it on
Hell,
the
I thought they
podcast.
were cool. I thought all this had been squashed, and I'm like, now it's back.
Well,
That's what I thought.
I think
could
it
be
was
wrong.
just Nori. Shouts to Nori, but Nori know how to instigate some stuff. Too.
Yeah.
That's my favorite podcast.
That's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
like Nori.
Yeah.
Nori know how to bring it up.
Drink
Yeah.
Champs is lit
Because
right
he brings up
Yeah, he be
brings up
drunk.
what you want to know about whatever.
Without gossiping, so to
Right,
speak. You know
right.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about Nori. And that's kind of how, shout out to Jack Thriller too, man, who been, more than
Yeah, shout out to Jack
welcoming,
Thriller, too.
man, and helpful. Learned a lot from him last
Jack.
week. But even with Jack Thriller, when he had Jack Thriller up there, he basically said something to Jack Thriller that was already done.
Mhm.
And he made the situation worse. And he, Nori will cut you off. Nori will ask you a question and cut your answer off and just start. So he made that worse. So I'm sure that, this was something that was being said. I'm sure that, Mayweather didn't want to throw the icing on there, but he kind of did. Now, do you believe that he should have made that comment?
Yes,
You think he should have made that comment?
100%.
You don't think that after all this time that went by, even though, like for me, I feel like if me and you had some issues and it's done, we seen each other plenty of times, but we ain't speaking, I think that should be it. I don't need to go somewhere and bring
I don't think it need to be rebirthed.
I think if somebody asks me a question about it, I speak on it and not just kind of like
Yeah.
cruise over it,
Well, I mean, that's what I thought was what happened is
Man.
they asked him and he spoke on it.
Man.
Now, I mean, yeah, he could have, if he wanted to, went the route of, man, I'm done with that. That time came and went. I don't really want to speak on that.
Right.
But
But
I
it's-
feel like maybe he should have said something to her before he even thought about saying something to me, and I would have dropped the mic on it and been done with it.
Look, listen to how he said it. My thing is, I just tell men like this: if you feel like your woman is a trophy, she should be at home on the shelf. Period. Now, if I'm listening to
I
this,
just don't like the way it sounds.
I know.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah, I
sounds
bet.
great.
Get it?
Because this whole situation we're looking at,
Uh-huh.
I feel like no one's pushing any blame on Tiny. You're looking at, T.I. should have said this.
No, the
well,
blame
Mayweather did that.
The blame is definitely on her.
It's her
'cause let me tell you-
problem. If she
let me-
would have been in the house
hey, let me
and she
tell
not
you,
all kikiing up, smiling all
Yeah.
in Mayweather's face, we wouldn't have had this issue.
right?
This 14-year-old birthday party wasn't that important.
It wasn't
She
that
had
serious.
she had to be there. I feel like all this could have been a ploy to make T.I. mad. And women, y'all know.
Y'all
know what y'all do to make men mad. Y'all know that.
Yes, you are right, and you are right.
Yes.
But
Publicly,
at the same,
take this picture holding on to him so I can get back
but
to my man.
at the same time, you can't be mad at. Like I said, you can't be mad at Floyd. Now, the only thing about it is, if they was homies, if they was like really, really cool, that man's wife. But at the same time, I don't think they were rolling like that. So if he said something to her and she fell for it, let me tell you something. As a woman, she knew exactly what she was doing.
Of course,
I can't defend it. You knew, and if it was to make him feel some kind of way, hey, you succeeded. Mm-hmm. Except for he just did a little too much because his problem should have been with her.
It should have been.
I agree 1,000%.
But that's what
because he know the game. Yeah, it's not like he don't know the game.
Right, and that's what I was saying. And that's what Floyd was saying. But you know what too? You know what us men do? We let you, just like how I said. We'll be out like this. But the reason why we out because our feelings get hurt like that. But we do it to them, and we don't expect.
No, you're right.
We don't expect for the women to hop up and jump. We like, yo, hold on, like I didn't mean it like that. It wasn't that serious. But let your significant other tell you something like that. You gonna flip, and that's what T.I. did. He flipped. He was ready to But I do remember Floyd did start saying some slick stuff.
You don't flip on the man.
No, you don't.
My thing is as a man, right?
Well, he got caught. I think he got caught off guard because you got to realize when you've had somebody, and it looks like she is pretty much the ideal wife as far as not publicly fooling around. If y'all, as people have said, I don't know if it's true. If they fool around, they were having fun together, if you could follow. But other than that, it's all about him, my husband. Mm-hmm. But see, men, they get so comfortable with it needs to be all about me, and that's fine. We're married, and we became one, so it needs to be all about us all the time.
You're right.
But when you want to sneak off and play without me, now you breaking the code between us. You understand what I'm saying? So it's as simple as pie. Don't do to me anything that you wouldn't have me do to you. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I got that right. But you know what I'm talking about.
Just in case if y'all want to kick in and chime in on what we talking about, y'all could give us a call at 470-412-0917. That's 470-412-0917 to come kick it with the team on the DLE Radio. And let us know what y'all think about that. Also, y'all can follow up our Instagram page, and which is DLE Radio, but you could definitely go subscribe. We need y'all to subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Livest ENT, and check us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on that note, I think that overall, Floyd could have definitely watered his comments down a little bit, and I think that when it comes to T.I.,
that might have been for Floyd. That might have been the watered down.
That might have been. I know.
Right.
He didn't say nothing wrong though. My thing is if this woman is married, if she's
not necessarily
saying if she's not
wrong,
gonna respect her relationship and she's acting like a single woman while she's out, then you got to deal with whatever energy comes with that. Floyd didn't say nothing wrong. If she a trophy,
not what he said though. I think how he said it makes
it's how he said it because see now that has nothing to do with her. Now he's coming more or less at T.I. You see what I'm saying?
Right. T.I.'s the one that reacted.
True. He did, but we were talking how long ago?
This was back in 2014.
Right, and again, I know he's being questioned about it. Right. But like I said, he could have, if he chose to, just went ahead and said, "Hey, that's old news. We've gotten past that."
Or he could talk about it.
He could elaborate,
just, towards that part, he could have made it a little. I get it. He's a boxer, right? He don't have any fear of what he have to deal with when it comes to T.I. man to man. Because the truth is, that's the only way that will be squashed.
And he hadn't really. I don't think Floyd has really. I'm not gonna say it's no one out there that Floyd, gave his little heart to or whatnot. But right now, Floyd.
He washed up.
No, he washed up everybody he fought. I'm a big
Yeah, he just kind of, I don't think he had until he gets to the point.
I ain't gonna talk sports right now. 'Cause I ain't no sports guy. You think he washed everybody though?
That's a whole nother topic. But
it is. I just don't feel like he whooped a lot of people. I think when it comes to boxing,
I think some people came to lay down.
I think some people. I think it was a lot
and
of
just
tap,
make
tap,
that
tap.
little money because
But he is one thing I cannot take away from Floyd. The dude is a specialist at defensive fighting. You know what I mean? But I'm into the heavyweight, so I'm gonna be very biased. I'm into heavyweight fights. I'm into the Mike Tysons, the Holyfields. You know what I mean? The George Foremans, and that's the generation I come from, where I want to see people get knocked out. You know what I mean? Flipping out the ring and stuff like that. So I got about
a hot hour for boxing, and I need to see somebody fall.
So question.
All that dancing around, I'm like, hey, just somebody get hit, or give me some good jabs where you can't figure out who got it, and then I'll win. I need somebody to be laid out.
Right.
And let's go home.
So now, also, and we all know, we've seen it all over Instagram and all over social media where Snoop and a bunch of other people, bunch of celebrities, basically gave Gayle King a piece of their mind. I personally love the remix that Suede the God made. Yeah. It was funny as I don't know what.
Oh, I missed it. I gotta go.
I gotta send it to you. Just you really wanted to elaborate on that. Am I right?
We're going to a song first. We're gonna write into this.
Oh, you know what? Let's get into a song. Let's do that. Let's get into a song, take a quick little break, and then come back. I need to honestly get something. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll get right back. Look, y'all, please do not forget. Call us 470-412-0917. All right? If you want to talk, we talking. We up here kicking it with y'all. Come kick it with us, all right?
Let us know about this Gayle King. We're coming back with this Gayle King situation.
We'll be right back. DLE Radio. Yeah.
Shorty, all my days, my nights, I'm living with you. Having conversations by myself in the room, and I'm thinking about you. Year after year, meaning time after time, and the way you stay true. All the stories that I told, all the nights, all the things, all the wrongs that I do. You don't hold it on a nigga, all you do is tell me how much you love me too. Cause you my boo, so what the hell the could a nigga do if he ever had to leave you? I couldn't do, I'd probably kill myself right now. Romeo, Juliet, us two. It's me and you, so baby, I'm talking all my days, my nights. Baby, gotta get that right. I don't need no other in my life. I don't need no other but my wife. That's you, I mean. All my days, my nights, I'ma spend them with you. Cause when the road got rough, when the fiction nonsense came through, they came through. You didn't turn your back on the kid, you just stood right there and stayed true. Stay true. Shorty, all my days, my nights, I'ma live with you. Now I'm looking at the news and I'm talking North Korea. If they even see the nuke, it's in the nuke. I won't even trip cause I know one day I'll be dying with you. With you, why the world going crazy? Internet, women tripping, showing sex, that's not you. Not you. That's why I spend my days and my nights. I ain't tripping, I ain't worried about you. Cause you true. These other girls tripping and they sleeping up the bed everywhere. What they do? That's what they do. They smashing other homies, but that's never not you. You're the type of girl that you gotta marry to. See, you the type of educated woman from college. Yeah, shorty know she got the knowledge. Smart as hell, girl, she's a scholar. She clean drinks the booze, so she don't need your dollars. All my days, my nights, I'ma spend them with you. Cause when the road got rough and the fiction artists came through, they came through. You didn't turn your back on the key, you just stood right there and stayed true. Stay true. So shorty, all my days, my nights, I'ma live with you. All my days, my nights, I'ma spend my nights with you. Cause when the road got rough and the fiction artists came through, they came through. You didn't turn your back on the key, you just stood right there and stayed true. Stay true. So shorty, all my days, my nights, I'ma live with you.
It's not gonna work with that kind of. If you knew how hard it is to live without.
On them.
Yo, there we
Hey.
go.
There we go. Hold on.
Yeah. Hey, yo, that was All My Nights from Shorty Mac. All right, and then we also had Rael called Higher. Yo, we got some quality artists here. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And we
Hi,
not
Felitra.
got some
Jamil.
good quality artists with some good
Yes,
quality
sir.
music. All right, we was about to hear that
Cuz.
that Samaya, but anyway, we back. It's us, it's we. It's
DLE.
DLE.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to my cousin, man. Everybody. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. What's up? Well, you know.
Hey,
good luck.
cousin.
Word.
Which cousin is this? Because you got a lot
That's
of
Bash.
cousins.
Bash on there. Shout out to my boy D. Deshaun. Yeah. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
D.
But anyway.
Hey,
So
Kathy.
now,
What's up, Jay?
if everybody's been,
Jay
I'm sure
Dirt.
everybody's seen that Snoop Dogg, comment
Yeah.
that he made or whatever
Yeah.
about Gayle King. It was funny in certain, the remix thing was funny. All right,
Yeah,
I
that
liked
was killer.
it was hilarious.
That was
Mhm.
killer.
Now, I understand that this past, once this thing happened with Kobe,
Right.
a lot of people was upset with the interview that she had. The comments she made on Kobe, bringing up his past. So
Bringing up his past as far as sexual assault goes.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
which
yeah.
I think it was just bad timing, and I also believe what she said about the what was it, the company was trying.
She blamed
to,
it on CBS.
She's saying the
Yeah.
network, but you do not go on a public network like that and not know the questions that you're going to ask. Now, if you throw in some extra that the network would want you to ask, and maybe they just forgot to put it down or whatnot,
Mhm.
great. That's they're going to give you kudos for that. But this wasn't that thing. You knew, and you had a choice. It's not like it's not like, Gail, you're just starting out and you're that journalist that is just trying to, get her feet wet and
Right.
dang, I got this big, opportunity with this network, and if I don't get it right, or if I don't ask these questions,
Right.
they're gonna get rid of me.
Well-
You, Gail, you're good for life. You don't have to work another day in your life. Oprah's your freaking best friend. And Gail, you're a black woman,
Right. First.
and you're a black public figure. And yeah, I think you owe it to your people not to sell us out.
Yeah.
And then try to come back and pretend,
That was
because that's what you did,
right.
because you weren't sure about this backlash that you got.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You get what you get.
So, what? So after
Right.
Snoop said what he had to say,
Hey, Jackie.
he also believed that two wrongs don't make a right. It's what
Right.
that basically
Right.
what his comment was two wrongs don't make a right. He should
Right.
never came at her like that.
Right.
And he just was feeling some kind of way at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just what you feel about this, man?
Well, when you talk about Gayle King, right?
Uh-huh.
My personal opinion,
Right.
don't necessarily think she said anything wrong. More so was bad timing. See, this is what I don't like about the black community, right? This is just me.
Okay.
Let me put it out there, right?
Yeah, put it on out there. Let me
So
get you
she
in the
had
camera.
she had this big thing with R. Kelly,
Uh-huh.
accusing R. Kelly about his stuff. R. Kelly, you fighting for my life and all this and all that. So when she essentially does the same exact thing with Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant, now the same content, the same context, now all of a sudden the black community is up in awe. Why is that?
When
Is it,
she
I
was
think-
talking about
is it
R.
because
Kelly?
he's dead now?
No.
No one
When she-
cared when it was about R. Kelly. Everybody was kind of laughing. It was funny. Oh, R. Kelly's bugging out.
Well, I
Well,
think-
here's the thing, because the first time, like I said, the first time R. Kelly was mentioned back in the day, it was a toss-up. There were the people like, I know that's him, you know that's him, but there are a lot of people that say, no, that's not him.
It was supposedly his brother or whatever they
Right,
said.
it's
Yeah.
whoever I knew it wasn't his brother. We just can go with a look-alike rather than his brother. That just the brother thing wasn't working because they don't even look alike like that. However, my thing is, you waited all this time. There's been multiple opportunities when this man was alive to get this news or to get this information from the horse's mouth. You understand what I'm saying? That's my problem. Why you want to wait now? It's the same thing with Oprah. You're bringing these people up later on. And it's not like it's not something that's not done. It's just the fact you're asking Lisa. Why are you asking Lisa? You should have been asking Kobe.
I agree with
You
that.
understand what I'm saying? Because Lisa really can't speak for Kobe. She can speak on Kobe's character. Yes, she can.
Right.
But she can't speak for Kobe.
So this is something that I just feel like it didn't even have to come up. Period.
No.
Why not though? When you're
Because-
talking about the legend and the legacy of any person, you got to take the good with the bad.
But she's
You
a
have to.
journalist.
No, you actually.
And she's she's a journalist, and that's something people.
But
She's a
But want to know.
journalist. She's a journalist, but it's like you're asking. The problem is see what you're omitting at this time is the fact that you're coming. They keep coming for whether our brothers are right or wrong. You keep coming for them, but you're not coming for the other.
everybody else.
And I'm
And
mean
that's
Caucasian
proof.
is when I say other.
That's proof.
In case
Yeah.
anybody doesn't know what I mean. You still have yet, as everybody
Right,
keeps bringing
right,
up about
right. She
Harvey
had a
Weinstein. Harvey has not been questioned yet
Right.
by any African American journalist as I know of.
But
And-
realistically,
So
the black
tell me about that.
realistically the black community don't care nothing about Harvey Weinstein.
No.
let's
That's not
keep it a buck.
realistically.
That's-
No.
nobody
That's
cares
not
about
true.
Harvey Weinstein.
No, that's
It's
not true.
It's not that we
And
don't. it's
they
not
might
that-
have not cared about Harvey before Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and all this good stuff, but now that we're here, let's just be fair.
We only care about Harvey Weinstein as far as because it's in comparison with someone else that he may not be getting the same treatment as somebody else.
News
Well,
is
and
news.
that-
News
but-
is
That's nothing
news,
about
though.
Harvey
News
Weinstein.
is news,
But
Just.
that's kind of with everything, right?
it is.
If a Caucasian man gets arrested and a black man gets arrested, we're
Right.
gonna know we're gonna care about how he's being treated other than our own kind.
But it's news, and that's how we're able, not to cut you off. That's how we're able to decipher between the two, right? As far as you see what I'm saying?
How treatment is being, So I think that's what the problem is, and the fact, because we also do that, for instance, and I know I talk a lot about officers, but I say that because when we talk about these dealings and the whole Black Lives Matter, or police brutality, period. We're not talking about all white police officers. We're talking about police officers, period. Black, Asian, Latinos. They can be, even worse than the white cops. You know what I'm saying? So with this type of situation, it's like my cousin just said, and D just said, he wasn't buried yet. The man didn't get buried yet, and she had a choice. She had a choice on how she could have spoke on, like, at this point. Why bring
that
it
was
up?
all ratings.
So let me ask you this real quick, right?
Go ahead.
Ratings.
So do you think what she said was wrong? Did she do it? What did she do wrong other than maybe we felt emotionally attached to what she did because of who passed away?
I don't think
she did nothing wrong.
I just don't think she should have brought it up, period.
Why though? Is
Because
that not a part of his legacy?
Well, the thing is,
His memory?
If
Well,
somebody
here's the
passes,
thing.
Did anybody bring up anything wrong about Hugh Hefner when he passed? Nobody said, "Oh, Hugh Hefner was this older guy that did this and that," and then boom, but he did this too. He was holding younger girls. Like, nobody's saying anything about Hugh having all them young girls in that
went
household.
Peacefully, and nothing has ever been said.
Nothing.
But this is what we do.
Or
Michael
any-
Jackson
any-
passed
Now,
away.
let me even
Was there not a documentary and all these people coming out about, oh, he touched me?
But
But you guess what? But the thing about it,
Same
that was
two
already
women.
going on.
And-
That was
but-
already going on.
and the
It ain't been for
before.
years, but it came up more after he passed away. You have to take the good with the bad.
But it's just the fact that it's always our sisters doing
But
it.
here's the
Like
thing.
Oprah.
It's not even.
She
It's not even
keeps
a.
her hands on
Yeah,
that.
it's not even a thing. He was already. Where was he guilty?
Who?
Michael
Jackson?
No, Kobe Bryant. Where was he
Definitely
guilty?
reached.
There was nothing.
But see,
Where
that-
was he guilty? They already proved that. You already know that. She didn't even come to court. She
But
didn't even
that
come to court
argument-
because she was already embarrassed. You have somebody else's man. We can go all into that. But I'm just saying, if the facts were there, the receipts were there,
Right.
and this man is damn near, you might as well say acquitted. Why are we still talking about this? Because you're trying to make something out of nothing.
All right, so let's talk
What he
about
did, what he did, he slept with a white woman.
Let me respond
That's
to
what he
what you
did.
just said.
That's what he
'Cause
did.
You just said about
And he was
guilty,
married.
guilty or innocence, right? Guilty or innocence, as we know from the OJ trial, don't have nothing to do whether you did it or not. R. Kelly was found
so
not
you think
guilty
OJ
for
was
something
innocent?
he did on a video.
You think OJ was innocent?
Of course not, but he was found innocent. That don't mean he did it or not.
Well, no.
This whole thing about court about
I didn't have a
innocence
problem with him
and
being
guilt has
found
nothing
innocent.
to do with it. Well, I don't.
I don't
know.
have a problem. I don't have a.
That's
I
a
think he
whole
was
nother
innocent.
argument.
I'm in the middle.
Hold on, but like
If
R.
he
Kelly,
did
though,
do it, he didn't do it by himself.
But like R. Kelly,
And-
R. Kelly was acquitted of something that he was caught on video doing.
Yeah.
That don't just because you acquitted in a court of law don't mean that you didn't do it.
Hey, it didn't look like him to me at that time.
Look, I get it.
Gayle
It's just
King
that
didn't do nothing wrong. Maybe bad timing.
My thing about
but
Oprah,
those are sensitive issues that we don't like to deal with in the black
my thing
community.
about
But
Oprah
you
and-
can't say, if you're saying bad timing, then just stick with bad timing.
timing.
Don't just say she didn't do anything wrong.
She
see what
didn't.
I'm
You
saying?
can have both. You don't think so?
But why are you bringing up something that's done?
Because
And then you asking
do we have
Lisa.
to act like it never happened?
Well,
So-
no.
Because he's Kobe?
We're
But-
not acting like it
No,
never
no.
happened.
It's more so
It's
if
not
this
acting,
man is
because it was a
gone.
thing when it did happen.
Right. If this man is gone, right?
Yeah.
And we already got through this piece, right? He was already like this situation was not even it was done for.
But it's still there.
But why? No, it wasn't though. It wasn't still there.
It wasn't.
It
No.
was. It
When
wasn't still
when-
there.
Okay, let me ask you this. When was the last time you were somewhere and you just thought
heard
about
out of nowhere,
damn,
Kobe
was with the when? Recently, when?
It never went away. I never forgot about it. Just because it's not in the
No, just
forefront of your
because-
mind.
just because you don't- yeah, but-
you
The
don't
last
forget
thing,
about
the
it.
last thing you heard about that
Yeah, but why you want to
situation-
talk about it again?
Because that's part of who he was. You cannot take the
No,
good.
it's
Nah,
not
you don't
part
have
of
to-
who he was.
That's
You're-
what. That's
no.
what. Let me tell you
it's
something.
not part of who he
what's-
was.
This
That
is what
is
happens in our
no.
community, though. This is how they have us in our community. Because the truth is, whenever somebody in their community pass, they don't bring up nothing wrong about these people. But when it's our community, it's always something wrong brought up. And I'm talking about with anybody.
Because they feel like white is
Like,
right
we got-
and
we
black
got-
is wrong.
But there's
we
no,
gotta
there's-
make sure we
but
show.
there's no they because we do it to ourselves.
Yes.
But that's what we do, though.
That's-
That's what we do.
But that's
you have
the
to understand
problem.
that.
That's the overall. That's the actual problem. Is that we do it to ourselves, and as somebody with power in their mouth, you know what I mean, with their tongue.
But you brought.
They didn't have to do that.
Do
They
you-
didn't have to bring that.
Let me ask you this:
She didn't have to.
do you really think they brought Lisa there
to
to
about
talk to
Lisa
her
and what
about
she felt
about him and their personal relationship as friends?
That's what I'm
Do
saying.
you
She
really
pulled
think
it
that
out
they
of
brought
nowhere.
brought her there for that? Because I
She
think
was
that's why
reaching.
she should have been there.
Nobody cares about the good.
Because guess what?
We know the
Right.
good. Nobody cares about the good. We want to hear about the bad.
Here's the thing, and that's the sad part.
But that's what we do as people.
No,
that's
not
what we
not
do.
not even as what we do as people, but it's still not right. Just because we do it doesn't mean it's right. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
Somebody has to say that's
We
wrong.
have a bad condition of excuse me for saying this in the studio, shitting on each other. And we gotta
But
stop
how,
doing
is-
that.
but how I could understand if it was shitting on Kobe if it was something that never happened.
Well, it was shitting on him because of the fact that
It don't take away from his
but-
legacy.
but
It's a
I'm just
part of what he
saying,
went through.
Nobody
Yeah,
was
shit never
nobody
been
was
brought up.
thinking about Kobe and that girl probably since that was over with. Now, me personally, when
Last
that
thing
did
I-
happen, I'll tell you what I did say when it did happen, when it did exist at that time. I was like, see, that's what he get because when certain people were trying to coach him on, hey, if this is how you want to roll, this is how you do it, and maybe keep it at a low. So that way you're not on the news like this. You understand what I'm saying? And none of that is 100%. But those are some of the vets that's how they've been rolling since they were married. Kobe said, no. I don't have to worry about that. Leave me alone. I don't do that type of stuff. I ain't that kind of guy. So, therefore, he gets caught. And that's where the kind of like came from. That's how it was for me. I was like, see, look at you now. Now you caught with your pants down. But when they went in, when they reversed it for him, with the good old back in the day, oh, he took it. He raped me. Oh, no. That's when I was like, as a black woman, now I need to see what I can do to help defend this man's name when it comes to that. You being a black man, cheating on your wife, yeah, not good at all. Not good at all. But now you being accused of rape, nah, we're not doing that.
So I got a
We're not
question for
doing
you,
that.
Just. Bash says, okay, so ask him why wasn't it brought up while he was writing
Stop.
his books and movies for the kids when he won his Oscar? That's your question.
So why wasn't it
Why
brought
wasn't
up?
it brought up when he was doing all the correct things, like writing the books, writing the movies and stuff like that? Why bring it up after he dies? What do you think her angle was for bringing it up? What do you think good could have happened?
In my opinion, I don't think it's good, per se. But the issue is when someone passes away, right? And at this point, we start to analyze their whole life, good, bad, or indifferent. That's something that happened. Is it not? We can't just say,
What
oh, well,
happened?
he was a basketball legend. He was the greatest. So let's forget about anything negative that happened to him. I don't think Gail did anything wrong. But, of course, as the black community, we are mad about what she did. She didn't do anything wrong. She's a journalist.
So when you go to a funeral,
Yes.
you ever heard somebody stand up and say all the bad things a person has done when they go and just ask it?
Now I have been to a funeral and they touch on it, but when they like, it's almost like when
He
you
was
get
a backslider, but he found the Lord. That's what they may say, something to that extent.
something to that extent. But I have
You know what I
even
mean?
I have even spoke in at a funeral or two, but one in particular I remember is a young lady that took her life.
Sorry to hear that.
And with that, it was like the elephant was heavy in the room that day, because that's all everybody was thinking about is the fact that she's laying here dead and she killed herself.
Right.
Nothing else. like the whys, the whats, she should have talked to somebody. No, she killed herself, and she's going to hell. So when I spoke, I said, I know there's an elephant in the room, and there is, the thing of, well, she's going to hell, and this, that, and the other. I said, but instead of sitting here pondering upon that, why not think about how many times anybody in this room actually tried to help. Mm-hmm. And help isn't just coming by and saying I'm sorry for a loss, because she lost her only child to cancer, and that was super hard for her to cope with. Mm-hmm. And then her husband, they ended up divorcing. He got remarried and he had other kids, and I don't think she was expecting that, so that was another tear on her. And it seemed like every time she was trying to get better, she take 10 steps back. Yeah. So everybody, you could see the heads in the ceremony going back, like, wow, I can't believe, she's speaking on that. But I wanted to address it because I'm like, it's true. Like, yeah, you need not worry about where she's going, because whether she's going to one or the other, you can't help her get there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what?
So people don't really, like you said, they don't really go into detail at the funeral, because there's already enough pain there,
right?
So the timing was shitty. So it wasn't poor, it was shitty.
I think it was bad. I just think it was bad timing. I think that she could have brung it up later on. It was because later on, if there was some kind of documentary and they wanted to interview her, or matter of fact, not that she could have brung it up. I just feel like she probably shouldn't have. I just think at that moment, we're trying to mourn him. You know what I mean? Him and his daughter at that.
So let me ask you this,
It took away from that.
Had she not said what she said, did y'all forget all about the incident?
I forgot about it. Period.
Totally forgot about it. Miss E, did you forget all about this Kobe incident? Like, it's not even in your brain no more.
Yeah,
if Gayle King had never brought it back up.
First of all, what I can say is I wasn't like a huge Kobe fan.
Yeah.
I gave him, I'm not even a huge basketball fan, so let's just put that out there. Mm-hmm. Even, like I say, I might answer your question. Even when that happened, no matter how I felt about him, cheating on his wife or whatnot, I still knew the boy could ball. Mm-hmm. So I had to give him his props. I still give him his props. He is the man, After that happened and it was over, and then when I found out the additional details to the situation, I was done. I thought it was over with. And then I don't really, maybe once or twice, maybe a year after, it might have crossed my mind, but yeah, I don't think about that. I don't really think about that at all.
But and like I said, maybe it may not be something that's on the forefront of our minds, but you don't ever forget it. So the fact that he passed away, you're looking at all the great things he did. How could you not bring up and not even to say, but not to say that he's even a bad person, because one little blemish don't make Kobe a bad person. But let's not negate the fact of what happened.
His blemish was what every other his blemish was what every other man in America has done.
Let me tell you something, right?
Yeah.
So there's a guy out there named Charlie Sheen, who actually has HIV.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Charlie.
I like Charlie.
This man lives on, doing what he do. He was sleeping with women, everything. Nobody's bringing his HIV situation up. None of his kind are saying. And the reason why I say
they didn't really drag him like that.
No, and the reason why I say none of his kind is because I'm trying to differentiate the fact that they don't do their people that way. No. We do for some reason.
We do.
And she did not have to drag him. Not at that moment. That's the only thing that's the only reason why I brought that up.
But then when she came,
but here's the thing. But okay, look at you. Now you're in the defense of her. She's not even in the defense of herself really at this point. She sits there and says, "Let me tell you something. If Gayle King can't take this controversy going on, these people bashing her right now, she might as well just quit, because she'll speak on other comments and it's going to happen as well." Right. Only reason now is she might feel slightly embarrassed, because when you're trying to straddle the fence and now your people are hot on your tail, you feel some kind of way. You see what I'm saying? But it's like when you decide to straddle the fence, you're supposed to know how to take it any which way they give
Now,
it
what
to
kind
you.
of fence is this? Is this the one with
Like
the barbed
when you-
wire?
Nah, no, it's not.
It's not barbed wire.
because the barbed wire gonna make you think twice. even if you're that guy that says, "Oh, I'm going across. I don't care how scratched up I get. I'm going across." No, she's sitting on a little regular fence that everybody jump when they run in front of police. She's sitting on that.
I know we're trying to wrap it up real quick. We've been running.
Right.
Real
I was
quick,
gonna ask y'all something
Yeah.
else.
how do y'all feel about Snoop Dogg? Y'all think Snoop Dogg comments were unwarranted, or you
I
think
just
he hit
thought
the nail
shit-
on the head, or what y'all think?
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny, but I do understand. See, and I do see the bigger picture of him
Yeah.
saying, you know what? All right, I'm cool now. I'm calmed down. I've calmed down.
Right,
and,
right.
And I've disrespected my sister.
Right.
But see, I think this is where I come off where I'm like, okay, yes, you disrespected her, but guess what? She's disrespected one of ours, you know. And I'm not saying that he should not apologize.
Right.
But I understand at the heat of the moment, he was upset with her. You know what I mean? But it's sad that he can sit there and apologize to her about that, but only after the fact that she disrespected, you know, somebody that we felt like
But
should have.
He said it. His words were in poor taste. What he did was, he said what everybody else wanted to say out loud.
Why though?
That. What do you mean? Why?
Well, I just don't understand. So let me ask y'all this, right? What made y'all so mad about what Gayle King said? Because we know she didn't lie about anything, right? We could admit that what she said was truthful. So are we mad?
Well, here's the
Are we
thing.
mad
You're saying that she
because-
didn't lie about anything. No, she was.
Like what?
She was. What do you call it?
Like what exactly about
She was
her statements make
insinuating.
everybody upset?
She was insinuating to a degree, though.
As far as what?
What he-
What makes y'all upset about what she
Insinuating
said?
of what he supposedly did to this young lady.
Mhm.
He didn't do anything
Right.
but sleep with someone while he was married.
Right.
Outside of his marriage. That's what he did. He didn't rape anybody. He didn't
Right.
force anybody.
Right.
This young lady, I'm sorry to say, but she ain't that nice of a young lady. When you turn up and you go to get results, rape kits and things like that, and you got somebody else's semen already on you, and then you don't even want to talk about that because you already been with somebody else, you just nasty. If anything, he should have been the sole victim because, like, man, he could have been gone before now.
Let's talk about. I think the worst part
From
about
disease.
that. I think the worst part about that whole situation, to be honest, was the fact that he was messing with a white woman. I think that's what people was.
So, I mean, that's a basketball thing.
Yeah,
I
but-
mean, that's
but
like
but
every
that's
other
the thing.
basketball
You remember how
player.
we had that conversation before, right?
Interracial
Right.
dating, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, women feel, our sisters feel like when brothers get on, they run to the Caucasian.
I think she offered something that at that time a lot of the sisters weren't doing. They're doing it now,
Well-
which was the whole backdoor thing.
Well,
Because that was a thing.
well, my
That
well,
was a
what-
thing. It was.
Well, my thing is, at that time,
I don't know
when
why y'all
it was
laughing,
more
'cause
so,
thing.
it was more so.
It was.
Okay, so let's talk about this Amber Rose with the tattoo on her forehead. Did you see that? I didn't want to talk about the door.
Yeah, because y'all had to pitch up for like 30 minutes. I'm surprised y'all was able to carry on the show.
What you mean? Like she
It's
wasn't
okay.
like
She
I don't find
is.
her,
She
I
is.
don't find Amber to be all that.
Oh boy.
I don't.
boy.
I don't find her to be all that.
I
You-
think
you
I
like-
think
you
you know
like
what?
how you
I
feel
think I think surgery wise,
Mhm.
I think she's very well proportioned for surgery wise.
So for me,
Surgery-wise.
she's never been. You know what? It's just like I ain't big on Beyonce. I think I go left.
Oh, that's
I go left.
Don't
on
say
her.
that. Yeah.
mm-mm.
I can't agree with that. You
I'm
know
not
how
big on
Beehive-
Beyonce.
you know how
Beyonce
Beehive
is just
jumping down
that.
your throat.
That's cool. We
can't
They
say
will.
nothing about
they
Beyonce.
will, but it's
Beyonce, like I'm
Yeah.
not.
it's just kind of
oh,
it's bland. It's almost like bland. I see you and I
like
just
it's
saw
Amber
you.
Rose, Amber Rose is from Cape Verde, man. Shout out to all the Cape Verdeans out there.
right.
I like
Amber.
Amber
I see.
Rose,
I
yeah.
see. Yeah, I do too.
I do. Shout out
like
to all
Amber.
the Cape Verdeans.
I
out there.
like people who stay true to who they are, and that's what she does. But I'm just saying, surgical wise, I feel like she doesn't have the Nicki Minaj body.
She
I know,
just-
but who really cares about surgery?
See, you like Nicki. I knew you was coming.
I do, you know
I
that.
knew.
What you mean by you care about surgery?
I said, who cares about surgery? If it looks good,
Nah.
and my thing is, half the men out there don't even know what a weave really looks like unless the woman tells them.
Lies you
So
tell.
I don't even.
Lies you
I
tell.
can't. I'm
'Cause
one of the men.
Oh,
that I don't know.
Oh, so you ain't never pulled no hair before?
I've done that, but not,
Okay, and you didn't feel nothing.
when I feel it, it's real. But looking at, I can't tell a wig from a
Okay,
weave.
but let me ask you, how do you feel when you feel it? The hair.
Damn, it's not real, but it looks good.
Okay. But that's what. Why you gotta say damn? Were you disappointed?
No, it's just a
Okay.
surprise.
Now
More
see,
so
and
just
that's good
being
because
disappointed. I don't care.
I commend you on that because here's the thing. I hate when men say, "Oh gosh, I can't stand when
Care
women
about
will
that. I
weave."
don't care
But the
if a
thing
wig
about it is,
weave.
but the thing
But we
about
talk
it
about
is,
weave in a body. Weave is
It's the
different.
same thing,
yeah.
same concept.
But the
all false.
Nah,
Nah.
because weave you can
Same
do you can do
concept.
weave, wigs, all that stuff. A woman could do what she want to do with her hair, right? But when it comes down to a body,
you made a major change then, buddy.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now you're gonna be equally
That
as
should be next week's
disappointed
topic then,
when
'cause I
them
can
when
talk
those
about
when
that all
those
day.
We can
yeah
talk
yeah
about
them
that.
butt implants fall.
Yeah.
You know, before time.
Care nothing about
And
that.
I can
So-
see
so
you.
I like that.
So you
And I
telling
can
me
see you.
that
He'll be the first one to trade it out. Yeah, baby, just not
So-
the same.
No, I'm a believer in beauty, and whatever you gotta do to make yourself beautiful, do that.
so you
Men
don't-
do it all day long. When their
So-
hairline start going back, they get that spray paint or all that Beijing or all that. How you say it? Beijing.
I seen an
You
old cat
seen
this
it.
weekend
all that Beijing
at
and all
a
they get on their
repast.
head. Whatever you gotta
And
do to
he
make
had the
yourself
perm
beautiful.
and the Beijing,
I don't
baby.
make no difference to me.
so
That's all. We
if
can
a
talk
young-
about that
if a
next
young
week.
lady-
Yeah, we need to talk
if
about that.
If a young lady, you meet a young lady and you go back to her place, or not even go back to her place, she show you pictures of her being, a bit bigger,
Mhm.
a bit bigger. None of those curves.
Just
that
gonna
she
flip
got.
it any way it
It's
comes.
not where you was, it's where you at. You
See?
know what I mean? It's not where you was, it's where you at.
So
Care
yeah,
about that.
But now that's cool until you start. Now what happens as these things start coming back? We're
Yeah,
gonna
please
write
write
that
that
down.
down.
We're gonna
Write
talk
that
about
down.
that next week.
Because I'm
So-
sure, let me ask you, y'all probably had a problem with the scene from Low Down Dirty Shame. When the girl popped out an eyeball, took the wig off, took the leg off.
Well, I just
so
find
you
it to
was
be
still
false.
good. You would have
That's-
still kicked it with it.
That, man, listen, I just got to rearrange how I do this. I wouldn't have no problem with that. It's not where you was, it's where you at now.
So hot like a
But
dog.
that's where she was at right there. It
Yes,
wasn't like
one leg, bald head, and she missing an eyeball. Hey, so
you
what?
still hit.
Yeah, because the initial attraction was what it was. I would.
Where'd you find that at?
you going by what you saw first, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That's what the
Oh,
initial
I can't-
attraction was.
Oh, I
Damn,
can't wait till
son.
next
Where you
week.
find that at? Hey,
we'll
yo,
talk about
listen,
it
we're
next
gonna
week,
talk
though.
about that next week. I want to say
I
thank you to
can't
everybody
wait
that
till
came
next
through and checked it out. All right.
I can't
Yo,
wait till
please,
next
y'all go to our. Listen, we trying to get our subscribers up.
My
all
homie
right.
say weave is
So
a
we
great
need
equalizer.
everybody to go to the live.
I got no problem with no weed.
ENT. That's
Pull it off.
DA_LIEVEST. All right. The Livest Entertainment is what it is. But go to DL or just look up DLE Radio. All right. Look up DLE Radio on YouTube and click subscribe.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, follow the just follow everybody. Facebook. Follow Miss E. She got her. She got her. And I'm about to promote it, right?
Oh,
You know I'm about to do it,
know
right?
You.
Please follow Miss
No,
E
you're not about to do that.
at Miss E. I think it's MS.E underscore
DLE.
DLE. All right, yeah. Please, yo, go follow this lady, man. And then I need y'all to follow Just, cause Just you got two, right?
We
You
gotta
got
just
your
go with
personal-
one.
Man,
right
that
now.
man
so
probably
which-
got about 3.
Which one you get?
Every week he got another
We
one.
gonna do the OG Just. That's all of it. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. I got videos going crazy on TikTok right
True. I'm gonna try to create another TikTok. I basically we posted something that TikTok kicked us off. They're very strict on TikTok. All right, so you can't just post whatever on there. I thought it was, share worthy, and it wasn't. You guys, if you can't follow me,
Look, my homeboy say, what about
it's
the
quite a one
Flintstones
big deal. Y'all
when
can follow
Dino's
me
girlfriend
on
took everything off and was
Facebook,
messed up?
Instagram,
now.
everywhere.
Because Dino was
We're
insecure.
gonna kick it here at the studio for a little bit and get together for the next
Dino
week's
was
show.
insecure.
Dino
Hopefully
was
everybody's
insecure.
out there enjoying the NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, I need to get on and catch
Um,
that second half.
Shout
I
out
know
to
that.
my 2 Brooklyn Nets that made the All-Star Weekend.
The Brooklyn who?
Hey, listen, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Golly, like there will be no slander on my Nets in here.
Oh, I'm just saying. Were they at the at the
Two
thing last
people-
night.
Yeah, one was in the skills contest and one was in the 3-point contest.
But I'm talking the slam dunk. Those other two don't even count. Everybody wants to see slam dunk. You know that. I'm just asking you, was your nets in the slam dunk contest? I didn't see a net out there. I saw a net. It was just the one that they were shooting basketballs in.
It's quite a one big deal.
It's your boy OG Just.
And it's Miss E shutting them down. They don't want to talk about
It's us. It's we.
It's DLE.
We'll holler at y'all next weekend.
Bye,
We about to
everybody.
jump Miss E and these eggs in here, these devil eggs. I'm about to tear them
Bye.
devil eggs up.
Shout out to
Aight,
the
yo.
East, too.
Word. Yeah, yo, we going for the East this year. Mm-hmm.